Okay, I've started recording. Let me share my screen. Okay. Saram, this is going to be a workshop on the prayers that we do at the Sai Center here. And I love this picture of Swami with the Tanpura because that's going to be the basis of our workshop today. Om Shri Sai Ram to everyone. Happy Easter, and may Swami continue to bless us and guide us and be with us always and always and always. So there is a beautiful, Carnatic song sung, composed and written and composed, which Swami loves this bhajan song too. It's a Sangeeta Jnanamu Bhakti Vina Sanmargamu Kalade O Manasa. It says, O mind, the knowledge of music without devotion is not the right path. This is a song by Saint Tyagaraja about music. And we've had like many great artists, kind of vouch and talk about that music is a sadhana. It is a constant dialogue with the divine, this intense, focused communication with the ultimate other. And Namasmarana is nada yoga. It is a yoga, it is an exercise. And, we see that like, music and devotional singing and bhajans, and it's a very, very core element of Sri Satya Sai Seva organization and what Swami has laid out for us, right? So Swami paid a lot of attention to bhajans and namasmarana. He did not give a lot of importance to concert performances, but more on namasmarana. And we have had many study circles, many 6x4s we have shared on that topic. So just to quickly recap and go over, we'll talk about it. What is namasmarana? Swami, one of the devotees asked Swami, if we want to be with you always, what should we do? Swami says, Namasmarana, Namasmarana. It can be achieved only by chanting God's name. Wherever bhakti dwells, God resides there. Swami says, whatever you're doing now is enough. Namasmarana alone is enough. You can come again and stand before me. I will say the same thing over and over again. If I scold you, accept it. It is good for you. Let the mind wander as it likes, but do Namasmarana. It's like placing the pot of water on fire for boiling. The fire of Namasmarana eliminates all the impurities in mind and it will become pure. That is the secret. The fire called Namasmarana will burn away your karma. Butter does not melt until heated. Swami is as soft as butter. Ammai, this butter showing himself, is melting under the heat of your Namasmarana. That is why you are getting opportunity to have samipya, sparshan and sambhashan. Look, even Purandaradasa has said that remembering the name of the Lord is enough. I tell you the same thing. Name of the Lord alone is enough. So this is the basis. Like Namasmarana sets the tone of our satsang. Typically, we always open up with bhajans and then we come to the 6x4 study circle. So first, we are trying to kind of get our mind in tune with Swami, with the indweller in each one of us, and then we kind of expand on his teachings and his love and other things. So we kind of like go to the next topic of what is Shruti? What is the Shruti? Like, we say when we start our bhajan session, we always with a harmonium, we start with like a Shruti. What is the Shruti for your bhajan? We ask people each this. Sometimes, we wonder, what is that? The Shruti is also a synonym for Sur or Swara. To give like a little bit technical terms here, I just want to pull up some few pointers here. The term Shruti, which refers to the foundational pitch or frequency chosen by the performer. All the subsequent notes get the frequency position depending on the starting frequency. This key point is that Indian musical notes are all relative based on the starting position. This foundational music note is called a shajam or shaja, which is also sung as sa in short. Only after establishing the position with the sa can we move on to exploring the rest of the musical notes. In Western music terminology, this sa is called the root note or the tonic. This is on the term, like very technical terms for Shruti. But then we go into what Swami has said on this. Shruti is the natural, steady sound produced with the voice. Each individual has his or her own frequency. The seat of her voice is the heart, from where the Om or the Pranava, which is the primordial sound vibrations emanate. In other words, the Shruti is the Omkar itself. And as Baba has always told us, the seat of divinity is also the heart. Thus, we can safely infer that each one's individual Shruti emanates right from the Creator residing in each heart. So, if a bhajan singer knows this and produces the vibrations of his or her individual Shruti, he or she is in perfect harmony with it, and his or her singing is bound to vibrate the chords of his or her heart and the heart of the Creator who dwells therein. I think this was like beautifully captured about the Shruti. You know, Shruti is equivalent to nothing but synonymous for Omkar, and the vibrations right inside of us, with Swami being the indweller in each one of us. With the Shruti as his or her basic note, an individual can successfully produce the other related vocal notes in a harmonious way. If a singer sings in his own natural Shruti without straining his vocal cords, he can easily produce the various melodious combinations on which they are based. In fact, they are the natural vibrations of his basic note or Shruti, which is nothing but his pitch on Omkar. So, with the natural vibrations of Omkar in his own heart, the seat of the Atman, which is consciousness, its chords are bound to reverberate and respond in harmony, a divine harmony indeed. This done, one who sings with devotion, love, and emotion helps not only himself, but others who are listening to him or her singing to enjoy a communion with the indweller, the Lord himself. Sairam, if people are online, could you please mute yourself so that it's easier for others? It seems to be, or Deepinder, if you can mute the rest of.
Sure, let me try.
Thank you. Okay, Sairam. So how do we do the Shruti? Like a lot of people have harmonium, you know, some of us have harmonium at homes. We have harmonium always at the center when we meet. But, you know, this past year we've been meeting on Zoom, and I know this workshop, we should have done it in the beginning of last year, but maybe Swami felt this is the right time. And then for people, so when we come back and get together, we are all much more prepared and understand this Shruti concept. And when we come back and practice together and sing together, we are all more in tune with each other, within each ourselves, with the indweller himself. So there are apps on the app stores. I put like two of them, one on the Droid, like the Google Play Store, you have something called Tanpura Droid. And then on your iPhone, it's called Dhwani Tanpura. So if you all go to your app store, I don't know if you all, I have an iPhone, but let me share. An app store looks like this. Can you all see the App Store? And if you Google in the App Store under the search button, if you did just Tanpura, and these are free apps. So if you did Tanpura, so you got something called the first one that comes up on the iPhone, it's called Dhwani Tanpura. So it looks something like this. And I'm sure there's another one like that on the Google Play Store as well. So if you all can download one of these, it should take about less than a minute to download this. And I request and encourage everyone to download this on their phone, please. Can I get some reactions from everyone for a thumbs up that they were able to look at these? Fantastic.
Done.
More people from our center.
Is this specific to iPhone, Sandri?
It's iPhone or Droid, like on the
Android
internet.
Also? Okay.
Yeah, Android too. You should see Tanpura Droid.
Okay.
Nice. I see done from Sandeep. Sarita, how many more? We are 18 of us today, like a divine number, 1 + 8, 9. So please, more. Oh, done. This is awesome.
Hi, this is I Tanpura, yes?
Auntie, do you see Dhwani? You have an iPhone. Do you see Dhwani
Yes,
Tanpura? You should see this picture or this picture. One of, like when you have a Google Play Store, you should see this and Dhwani, because these are free apps. And I'm encouraging you all to do only the free apps.
Okay, Dhwani Tanpura, yes?
Yes, Auntie.
Thank you. I did.
Great job. Okay, cool. So I think we have about, I would say, like more than one third, like more than third to half of our membership downloaded this, and I'm sure people are doing it, while we are talking. So this is one, if you see it, you can see like it says E, C sharp. If you scroll toward the right, I'm going to be showing based on the Dhwani Tanpura because that's what I have. I have an iPhone, so if you scroll to the right, it'll go through like D, C sharp, C, B, etc. And then if you scroll to the left, you will see again it goes to. So these are all the different scales. It's a scale on the either from the piano or from the Carnatic or the Hindustani style of music. These are all the different shrutis that we call, which is also called the scales. Okay. So once you all have this, so let's go to the next one.
Santi is also telling us the panchams, right, on the side?
Correct. On the sides, it tells you the panchams and everything. So yeah. So typically, like we have our opening prayers, right? What are the opening prayers that we do? Those are the multi-faith prayers that we start off our satsang with. So it starts with the Gayatri and it ends in Sai Gayatri. Again, Swami wants us to be like it's a non-denominational. He wants all the faith, unity of faith. So when we kind of sit down for our prayers, he wants us to bring and feel that unity of faith and the unity of ourselves with the rest of the world and the expansion of love, which Swami talks about. So we start from Gayatri and end into Sai Gayatri. This is typically sung in a scale of D. So in your, if you go to your, if you go to your Tanpura and then click on, like if you move your scales all the way till you see D on your Dhwani. Let me know, are you all able to see D?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
So once you say that, and there's this green key with a button there. So if you press this, if you play it, it tells you the D pitch. When you play this, just internalize it, focus on that shruti, that note, that scale that's reverberating. So you are trying to kind of be in tune with this note, because this is how we start our thing. So we say, our ohms, we tune ourselves to the scale of D typically. That's how we do our Gayatri. So I would like a volunteer from our group, from the membership here, to click on their own D in their phone and then start the 3 ohms and probably do the to the Gayatri. I know if you want the words to it, let me know. Maybe we can ask Dipender to share the opening prayers. Dipender, would you mind sharing the lyrics to the opening prayers, please?
Sure, in a minute.
Thank you. Who would like to volunteer to try out the 3 ohms and the first om, the Gayatri mantra with the Shruti?
I can do it.
Fantastic. Thanks, Nana.
You want me to do the whole Gayatri mantra?
Just one, yeah, just do the Om Bhur for just once.
Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
Thank you very much, Nana. Thanks for that. I know sometimes this could be a higher scale for a lot of us. We might say, oh my God, this is very high for me. I can't reach that scale. No worries. So you come down or like 1 or 2 steps down because not everybody can sing in the same pitch. We all can, as Swami said earlier, every one of us have individual pitches, that individual connection with the indweller here. So we have to find what is the right pitch for us. So when we sign up, we could kind of like tweak it, customize it. So what we could do is if D is too high, maybe you could go scroll to your right, and then you get something called a C sharp. Do you see the C sharp? So typically, women sing in a scale of D or C sharp or C. So I would love to hear in another volunteer to try in the scale of C sharp. Any other volunteers, please? This is not fun when we are like, when we don't have volunteers. We need people to participate here.
Somebody just pick people from the list, please.
No, I want them to sign up too. I'm sure people can do it. I see Sarita is unmuted
I'll
herself.
do it. I was hoping. C sharp is the one with the C and the pound sign.
Correct, that's right. And play it now.
Can you hear it?
Yes. Try tuning into that Om there.
Okay. Oh.
Beautiful.
Yeah, more comfortable.
Can you do one Om Bhurbhuva Swaha in one time, please?
Om Bhur Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Sarita. So this could be really low for men who sing because men have deep voices. So the kind of voice structure we have. So men can possibly do it in a scale which could be D sharp or E. So how do you get to D sharp or E in your Tanpura? Just scroll to your left, D sharp. You will, by the time you get D and the pound sign, D sharp, or you can also go into the next scale could be the E. So I would love to have a volunteer from the men to sing in this scale, please. In the scale of E.
I'll try, Sondri. It's John.
John, okay. Which one would you like to try in D sharp or E?
I'm going for the E.
Awesome.
I have it ready, so I'll start. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Hi.
Fantastic. See, you were able to get onto the tune. Once you did the 3 ohms, then you're tuned in yourself and then you're able to expand on it to the Sai Gayatri mantra.
Right.
So just to kind of give you this, the whole thing on this is how we kind of do our entire opening prayers. So let's move to the next opening prayer. So I think we have had good, participation and people are very clear about how to start off with the 3 ohms and the Om Bhur Swaha. So let's move to the next one, Our Father. Who else would like to? Maybe I would love to have a volunteer from men. Maybe they can do it in the scale of D sharp and Our Father, please.
I'll do, Sondri.
Okay.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For Thy is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Do you see that when we have the Shruti or the Tanpura behind us, like when we are singing, there's that sense of like peace and bliss that keeps us on track. I would call it as like almost it keeps us on track and keeps the mind, and it's a unity of like the it's like constant integrated awareness that what Swami talks about, right? Like we are in tune with you, Swami. This is our time with you. We want to focus on you. I want you to focus on me. So we are in this together. This is our special moment together. This is what we pray and ask Swami to guide us at this moment. So that's how we all congregate for the bhajans. So it's important to have the Shruti accompanying us, and we accompany the Shruti because it's almost like going hand in hand with this one. So let's move to the next prayer, which is the Shema Israel. I would love to have a volunteer from the women's side to do it in C sharp.
I can go.
Fantastic. Thanks, Monica.
Shema
To tune it for C sharp first. Keep it
is
for
C sharp.
do it in C sharp.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, give it your second, do your ohms, like, one at least one ohm to C sharp, then it'll be easy for you to pick it up.
Oh, so first do Om and then
Yeah,
start?
one ohm, yeah.
Oh, Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad.
Excellent, Monica. Thank you. That was just pitch perfect. Everything was like really good. Sounded so good. And so, can we have one of the men do the same thing, probably in D sharp or E?
Okay, Krishnan here. I'll
Excellent.
give it a try, yeah?
Okay.
I'm hearing an echo, so I don't know how effective it's going to be for you. I'm going to try.
Let me mute myself if you're able to do it. Is it better?
Om Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Adonai Echad Adonai.
Okay, we'll try it one more time, Krishnan. Which one did you do it in? Could you tell me? Dish.
I think it was E, yeah?
Okay, E. Let's try. Om. Try Om there.
Om.
Can you try D sharp? Can you go one scale lower, please?
Om.
Perfect. Shema
Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Adonai Echad.
Excellent. That was really good. So I think your scale to sing would be like a D or D sharp for all the opening prayers. So when you sign up, you could try definitely do for D, and D sharp would be really good. Thank you so much. Thanks. Yes?
Sairam, can I ask a question though?
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you identified a difference between the two. Personally, for me, right, they seemed equivalent, yeah, for want of a better word. So just can you explain why you make the choice that you do? Because for me, hearing it, right, it didn't seem, and it's always been my relation to Shruti in that it is kind of like what I feel and I think, but there is obviously a difference that you're noticing. So if you can elaborate on that, that'll be useful for me to learn. Yeah.
Sure. So when you did the Om, when you did in the D sharp, I think your voice did not blend along with it. There was like some kind of a discrepancy between that frequency of your frequency to that, the frequency. So it was not a matching. So when you do, like, you can hear it, like I would suggest people to record it when you're practicing, then you will hear that there is this mismatch. So, but my ears are tuned because I do this. I've been doing this for some time, so I can hear it. So from my perspective, I felt like you were able to tune in better to D sharp than you were able to tune into E.
Okay. Sairam.
So that's the thing. It's not like it was bad or anything, but it was sounding much better, and you were in tune with D sharp better. Awesome. So we had like good participation. So next, let's move to the next one, which is the Ashem Bohu, right? No. Yeah, it's the. Are you here, Deepinder? Can you move to the next slide? No. Yes. Can I have someone to do this in like a woman to lead it in a scale of C, please? Ushanti, you had downloaded it, so I would encourage you to try this, please. And I know Neha, you have also downloaded it because I saw all the thumbs up there, so I would like you to try. Bhuvna, you've also downloaded this. I can see you there on the iPhone. You've logged in. Please try. One of you, please try quickly.
I'll go, Sandri, I'll try.
Yeah. First, do the C and tune, say Om to it. Om. Little higher. Can you go a little higher? Think of it a little higher, Neha. Om. Push yourself higher. Om. Okay, so we'll get you your right pitch.
Maybe one.
C instead of C sharp.
Try B. Ashim Bohu. Can you try them?
Vahishtemasti Ushtasthi Ushtamay Yat Asha
Yatashai. Yatashai.
Ashim
One more time. Ashim Bohu. Try that again.
Masti Ushtasthi Ushtamay Yat Ashe Vahishtemasi.
Thank you, Neha. That was a good try. We will identify your right pitch, and I'm going to do it with my harmonium. It's very hard for me to do it from Tanpura, but I'm going to give you the right pitch too.
Sure.
Excellent. So can I have from the men's side to lead the same thing on a scale of D sharp, please?
Okay, Sairam.
Sorry, uncle.
Om Ashem Vahu Vahiste Mastu Ushtasthi Ustahmai Kayate Shai Vahiste Ashem.
Uncle, Sai Uncle, can you try it in a scale of E, please? Because you have a higher pitch voice, so you can try this and have.
Ashem Vohum
Ashem boho hishnushto asti. Ashem. Start this.
Ustaste Ustahmai Ayate Shai Vahistaya Shem.
Very good, Uncle. Good try. But you know, it goes like Hashem Vahu Hashem Vahu Vahishte Masti. Can you try, Uncle?
Ashem Vohu Vahiste Masti
Ushta Asti
Ustamain
Hyatashai. It's together. It's look together. Hyatashai
Yatashe
Vahishte Hashem. So E is your perfect scale. When you do the prayers, Uncle, if you can do it in the scale of E, I think that'll sound the best. So something for you to note it down.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Uncle. And let's go to the next prayer. So I would love to have a volunteer from the men's side to do this in a probably D sharp.
I can try.
Sure, Deepinder.
Okay, let me go to Tanpura. D sharp, you said, right? Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa buddham sharanam gacchami dhammam sharanam gacchami Sangham Sharanam Gacchami.
Excellent, Deepinder. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I know in the interest of time, let's move to the next one, which is the Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Can we have a volunteer from the women's side to lead it in C sharp, please? Or from the men's side. Radha. Thank you, Radha. Yes.
Would you like us to try?
Yes, please.
Okay, C
In C
sharp.
sharp.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So I will take over the PowerPoint again from sharing my screen from the Deepinder. So this is what we did, and then we go on to Sai Gayatri. We know the Sai Gayatri too, so we did the opening prayers. And then we go to the next one, which is the Aarti prayers, which happens right after bhajans. And today I know Kanchana led us all through very well. So we do the Aarti, and then we have our peace prayer, then the silent sitting, then the Asatoma from untruth, and Vibhuti prayer. So one thing we all need to understand is when adults lead bhajans, which is typically the odd weeks, we sing the Hindi version of the Aarti bhajan, which is the Om Jai Jagadish Hare. And when SSC students lead bhajans, we sing the English version of the Aarti, which is the Lord of the Universe is here, which is typically the even weeks. Sometimes there's changes, but something for all of us to remember is when adults, Hindi, and when the SSC students sing, it's English. That's what we try to do, and we kind of, again, this is typically sung in a scale of D, and if this feels strained for women, you can lower it to C sharp or C for women, and for men, they can sing it on D sharp or E. So again, let's try this out. And Dipender, if you want to show Tat Sat Shri, if you want to bring that up.
Yep, in a minute.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, which one you said?
The Aarti,
Aarti, yes. Okay.
Hindi Aarti, if you want to share your screen.
Is my screen visible?
I see your, I think you're showing some kind of a developer screen.
Okay, sorry, let me stop sharing and then start again. Okay.
Yeah, I would love for one of the volunteers to try the first Om Jai Jagatisha Hare in the scale of C sharp. One of the women, please. Or if men want to try that, maybe they can try it in a scale of D sharp, please.
Okay, I'll do something.
Thanks, Sandeep.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakt Jana Samrakshak Bhakt Jana Samrakshak Parti Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare.
Thanks, Sandeep. Dipender, can you go down to the English Aarti so we can have somebody try the English Aarti in a scale D? Anyone from the women's side or the men's side, please? Sachin, I know I see you there. Could you please?
Sairam, so what you say, the D or the D hash?
Yeah, D pound, D sharp. Yeah, sing it in D sharp, please.
So first align with Om and then.
Yes, please. Yes.
Let me try 1 second. Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Swami Satya Sai is here. Come to save devotees everywhere. Come to bless his children everywhere. Born at Puttaparthi, the Lord of the universe is here.
Awesome, Sachin. So here, like the next 2-3 lines are a little tricky, right? Next few stanzas. So just to kind of for us to remember, because to keep it within that the thala or the rhythm. So it's like it goes this way. Calm and tranquil like the moon, shining with divine inner light, filling all with bliss at his side. So it's in a lot of words, so you have to condense them quickly. So it goes calm. You want to try some, Sachin?
With the background?
With the Shruti, yes.
1 second. Calm and tranquil like the moon, shining with divine inner light, filling all with bliss at his side.
Fantastic. So you got it there. And then if you go to the 4th stanza, if you scroll down, again, there's another one is like it comes up together. Sigh with the sacred form of Om, universal radiance divine. Please accept this offering of, and the please accept comes together. This offering of mine is the next phrasing, that the flame of love that burns within my heart, meaning we can never be apart. Do you want to try, Sachin, that stanza?
Sigh with the sacred form of Om, universal radiance divine. Please accept this offering of mine. the flame of love that burns within my heart, meaning we can never be apart. You and I are ever one. The Lord of the universe is here.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So that's how, you kind of like blend all these things together. So when we have the Shruti, I think it really helps us be aligned with that pitch. So I will share my screen again. So this is the arti that we do, and we all have like some kind of way we can practice it. And then the next one that goes into the closing prayers, which is right after the study circle. There we talk about the Lord's Prayer, which is, "O Lord, take my love and let it be merged in one with thee." That's that prayer we read out. And then we do Om Tat Sat Shri. That is also we do it typically to a scale of D, or you can always do strain, C sharp, C for women, D sharp, E for men. And then we kind of like finish with Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba Ki Jai. That's how we close the center. So I know today, I think Radha will be able to lead us through that. She can, tell us what scale she's going to be doing it in. So it'll be really nice for all of us to listen to, and then we can even play the Tanpura on our end so that we are all getting used to it. We can sing along. So one of the things that we also want to kind of let everybody remind everyone is like reach out and practice. And if you want to practice as a group, like with us, we always have a practice session on Sundays at 4 p.m. We have a bhajan practice. And I would highly recommend everybody to keep practicing on their own. And then the Sai Rhythms is a beautiful app. I think it was developed by Region 7. John, I don't know, Region 7 or Region 3, I'm not sure. They did such a good job. So that's how we present all our slides week after week. We have leveraged that model. And there it tells you, even for every bhajan, you can search what is the typical bhajan. They give it to you in a scale. It's typically done in a scale of D. And if it's too high for you, you all know that you can lower your pitch and you can practice in the pitch that's comfortable to you, that is your individual pitch that you're able to relate to with the Swami with. And so you can practice there. And you can let us know, and you can always call me or Sandeep or anybody at the center saying that, hey, I want to do this bhajan, I want to practice. Can I sing with you once? Or you can record and share it with us, and we can give you feedback so you can keep improving. I think that's the best step, right? Like iterating on the learn and more, and iterate on it and keep practicing. I think that's the key for us, and that's the key in our whole spiritual, the graph too. We just want to make sure it's going up. And with all the tools that Swami has given, I think we will definitely get to a better place by applying all these tools alongside as we do our bhajans, as we get into, and the Namasmarana, the bhajans, they set the tone for the rest of the satsang, as we all know. So it's important that we kind of choose the Shruti and sing with the Shruti. So we are all looking forward to all of you signing up and singing with the Tanpura Shruti every day, every Sunday that, here on. Any questions, any thoughts, any feedback? Please, open it up to others. We do have a few minutes before, Radha, Apanti, and Rajan will close the center.
Sondra, I would love to thank you actually for this wonderful workshop, and thanks for taking my request. And I think we all will be benefited out of this beautiful workshop. And I'm sure, we should have this workshop every 4 months. I think refresher course kind of thing. It's very useful, and thank you so much.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Sondri.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, Sandri. I think, like Sandri says, whenever you're singing a bhajan, please take the Tanpura and pick a scale and just match it up and see if it's matching. If it's not matching, you can tweak it. You can tweak it based on your own frequency and the voice. Then it will be a good offering to Swami. It will sound good. It will really will be more, brings a lot of bliss to you and people around you. So that's a great. Thank you, Sandhi, for doing that. I think Tanpura is a great place to start with. Make sure every time we are singing, just pick a scale and sing. Then you won't be going off the scale.
Thanks, Sandeep. Any other thoughts from others? But uncle, were you going to say something, uncle?
Well, Sairam, something, maybe when the pandemic is over, we would like to have an in-person tuition from you.
Sure, Uncle, we'll do that. We will all get together
Okay,
and
but
do this.
it's a wonderful, rewarding, and long overdue instruction. Thank you very much, Sairam.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Sairam, Sandri, it's like Krishnan. I don't understand when I'm off the tune, but I understand when it sounds bad. So listening to everyone also made me understand a little better when someone is off or on that tune. So Sairam, it was really good. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarita. So I think each of us have to identify that Shruti that belongs to us, that we can sing our bhajans or any of these prayers. And I think we will be off to a good start from here on. Sairam.
Can we save this on our portal, the slide deck, so people can refer back if they want to see the notes?
Right. And the recording we'll also make this recording available on our website maybe by next week. And it'll be uploaded anytime you want to go back and have a refresher. So this will be a good chance. Or the easiest thing, the best thing is we are all only a phone call or a text away. And just if you have if you need more details, and if you want to tweak it, if you're not 100% comfortable in what you're doing, please call and we'll work together and we'll fix it.
Thank you for guiding us, Sondri. We'll try.
Sairam, yes. Yes, Shanti Auntie.
I just want to say, I know nothing pitch or anything like that. My voice comes from the ditch. However, the only thing I want to say is, Swami hears it. Because I'm not going to take too long. This happened in, I'm asking the Lord, when we have gone to, where is that when we saw Jesus Christ? Bethlehem. I wanted, and we see the Christ's body, and of course he did rise from that. And then when we went there, there was a line of at least 3 miles long. And I said, how are we going to see this? And on top of that, Patti had to go to the bathroom. And I'm standing there praying. I said, Sairam. And then you know what happened? And then I come and I want to go there. I asked the guard, can I go? He said, yes. And then I look at that and I said, I wanted to go and touch the tomb. Sairam. And I asked a lady who was standing there, can I join you? She said, sure. Then I asked, Patti also, come. And we went, and then we were able to kiss the tomb and pray. So this is what I mean to say. He hears your prayers. Of course, beautifully sung. I'm not saying, but I just have to call out, as I said, from the ditch, but he hears you. Swami hears you anywhere, everywhere, any place. Sairam.
Thanks, Auntie. That's absolutely true, because that is your individual pitch, in your individual connection with Swami, and he listens to each one of us. So just the finding that individual connection is the goal for all of us, and we are working on that now. And I'm sure Swami will help us get there.
Sairam,
So
can I just, this is Krishnan here. I just want to build on what Shanti Auntie said, because that resonated with me. And so the way I would say is, look, having your bhajan in Shruti is like a chef's meal from Taj Coromandel, right? But the nourishment comes from the meal in itself. And therefore, for those of us who are not perfect singers, right? The nourishment is the bhajan that comes from the bottom of your heart. Sing it in whatever way you can. We are all bathroom singers. We are all bathroom bhajan singers. We're all bhajan singers in our private homes. This is just kind of like the condiments to a great meal, but the meal is the most important thing. And therefore, I have been in a situation where I have been intimidated to sing, not in this group, but in the start of my journey with Sai. And it was one great gentleman in in Baba's mandir who kind of came and said it doesn't matter because Baba hears you. And that's what Rohila statement in Satcharitra also is. So I just want to kind of put that out after Shanti Aunty said that, look, the nourishment is a bhajan, right? And yeah, adding salt, pepper, everything else is going to only make it taste better. But if you don't have that food, right, then you're at a loss. So just keep that analogy that resonates for me in your mind, Sairam. But Sundari, thank you so much for doing this because it helps understand, but I just want to kind of call out that it is still important for us to do the best that we can in the privacy of our prayer rooms, in our own prayer room at the center of our heart. Sairam.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Krishnan. Sairam, so we'll close the center with the closing prayers of the study circle. Over to you, Radha, Anavanti, and Rajan.
O Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness and devotion to Thee. O Lord, take my hands, let them work incessantly for Thee. O Lord, take my soul and let it be merged in one with Thee. O Lord, take my mind and thoughts and let them be in tune with Thee. O Lord, take my everything and let me be an instrument to work for Thee.
ॐ तत्सत् श्रीनारायण तु पुरुषोत्तम गुरुतु सिद्धबुद्ध तु स्कंद विनायक सविता पावकतु सविता पावकतु ब्रह्ममर्जतु यः शक्तितु येषु पिता प्रभुतु रुद्र विष्णु तु रामकृष्ण तु रहीमताओतु रहीमताओतु वासुदेव गो विश्वरूप तु चिदानंद हरितु अद्वितीय तु अकाल निर्भय आत्मलिंग शिवतु आत्मलिंग शिवतु साई आत्मलिंग शिवतु शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Sairam, thanks everyone.
Sairam.